I'm back again, unfortunately. Today's video is gonna be a little different from my last two. It's not really gonna be a gaming video, although it is gonna have video game background footage, whatever you call it. But no, today I want to make a story time of a pretty recent one, actually. It's basically about this week, but the main reason why I'm cutting in into the start of the video is because I do want to say that although this is like pretty different from my Apex videos, I do want to say that I don't want to just be like held down to one type of video thing. Like, I don't want to just be known as an Apex YouTuber or like a gaming YouTuber. Like, I do like want to add more story times and play different games too. Like, I have Securio, so yeah. Let's get into it, and I do hope you enjoy. So yeah, see ya. Well, today's story time is actually gonna be about how my car got stolen and I got the blame for it, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know why. I was nowhere near it, but yeah, I got blamed for it. So a little context for this story is my uncle actually gave me his car for a little bit, and it's a pretty raggedy car. It's not the best. It's a Hyundai 2008 Veracruz. I didn't really have a problem with it. It's just since it was a hand-me-down, it was already pretty like crappy. But and that's just a part of it. My sister was also moving into a new apartment and she needed a bigger car. So I was like, hey, you could use mine while I use your car. And there's no issue with that. Yeah, it just all started off like as a normal day. Summer break. I slept in, just chilled, got ready for work, and then just had like a regular work day. I usually do the closing shift, so I did get out pretty late. It was already like maybe 8:30. Having a pretty rough day, so I was like, I'll just blow some steam off at the gym, which is usually what I like to do. I like getting an energy out and just like focusing on myself a little bit that I can. But sadly, my car really wasn't starting up, which sucked. But I thought it was like, hey, maybe the battery's just dead. So I did ask my coworker if they mind helping me out, maybe picking up the battery, but that wasn't working either. And basically, long story short, I had to call a family friend mechanic and see what he could do. And basically, the gist of it was that he wouldn't be able to fix it that night, that I just need to give him some time. He'll check it out, but I just if you have a car and it breaks down, you know how inconvenient it is not having that car. Like, you can't do a lot of things, and you basically, well, in my opinion, I just felt useless those couple of days because I really couldn't do anything like to help out people or just for myself. I was stuck home. Being home all day just sucks in my opinion, but like, it is what it is. But I did have to go work the next day. My mom let me use her car. Appreciate it. Number one, mama's boy, certified, taking it to heart. What am I doing? Anyways, yeah. But the funny part is, the day after that, like, to summarize it, I can't catch a break. My sister was using, I have two cars, which one of them is a hand-me-down from my uncle. She had that one for a little bit because it's a bigger car, and she was moving into a new apartment, so she needed more space to basically take her stuff from our old apartment to our new apartment, which I was fine with until I figured out that it got broken into and stolen, which just like came down with a lot of stress. And I was like, I just want to go home, get things figured out and just solved. But the thing is, for the time, like, driving home, I was just building up a lot of stress. I was like, is my sister okay? Yada, yada, yada. Like, I didn't know. And it was just stress building up on stress, building up on stress. But that's not the end of it. The thing that sucked even more was I was basically told to do everything. I had to call the police. I had to do the report. And I'm only 17. I really don't know how to do any of this. I know there's going to be that one person who's like, I knew how to do everything like this when I was 7. Like, props to you, man. You want a cookie or something? I didn't know. And in my opinion, people our age or my age, like, bro, I'm still growing up. I still see myself as a kid. I should not be having to deal with this types of like situations. Of course, that's just me. Like, that's my opinion. Some people might think differently than me, which is fine. But back to the topic. Like, bro, no one told me who to call or like what to do. I had to like figure everything out myself. And reckon I was just fresh out of work. Like, I was tired, man. But no, I had to deal with some bullshit that's not even mine. And like, I tried calling my dad, see for help. He wasn't any help. Like, I guess he couldn't hear me through the phone call because he just kept repeating himself. And I was like, this is annoying. But, like, remember, it's a hand-me-down from my uncle. So I was like, I would just call him, see what he could do. This is where, like, it gets the worst. I called him, right, and see if he could help me out or give me some advice. This, respectfully, this motherfucker didn't do anything. He said, oh, like, right as I told him I was in the situation, he told me, why am I getting into problems? Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm not even the one who got the car, like, stolen. I just got out of work. I don't even have a car. And he was, like, putting the blame on me, saying, like, calling me irresponsible and, like, bullshit. I was like, dude, like, I just clicked on him. Like, respectfully, fuck that. Like, I don't need that. I'm already dealing with some shit. Like, they weren't really helpful at all, which, yay, yippee, good for me. But let's... Like, the police were also horrible. Like, I had to call them 3 times. The first one to put in the report, and the lady said they couldn't find the car, which was dumb. The second time, they said they did find the car, like, a car registered to that plate, but they didn't know where it was. So they were gonna send an officer to take a report. That officer never came. Short story. He never came. Third time, I called to reassure if an officer was coming. Never came. Yeah. We basically called them at 10, and they didn't show up. They still haven't showed up if they ever do. Which sucks, because honestly, imagine if it was any other situation. That's just disappointing. Like, I was like already 100% sure they were never gonna come, because that's how things are, sadly. But like, it was worth a shot. Entire process of calling the police, calling family, seeing what they say or if they could help, getting clowned on. It just took a lot out of me, and it took like a long time. It was already midnight by the end of it. So yeah, I just decided to sleep on it because I did have an early shift the next day. I tried to get some sleep, but I didn't. I ended up just pulling an all-nighter, just, like, stressing out. And then the work the next day wasn't really that bad, but with stress, like, it just builds on top of you. So there's really not much you could do. So I did end up leaving a little early from work. And when I got home, I just slept. I was rudely interrupted by a call from my dad being all pissy, saying that, hey, where's the key to the car that got stolen? I was like, my sister has it. And he just started, like, blabbering, getting angry, saying that I need to get that key now, that they're waiting for me, that it's in the impound. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Everybody but not me, of course. And I was the one that yelled at, and I didn't know. So whip-de-fucking-do for me. And yeah, that happened. But this is when things start getting better on my end. I got a message that my first car that broke down in the beginning was already ready to go. So I was pretty excited, pretty happy. And then we were able to get the car back because it wasn't stolen. It was actually impounded because my sister, instead of, thinking it got stolen, she actually just parked really close to a fire hydrant, which is illegal and could get your car impounded. So yeah, I got clowned on and stressed out for no reason. And then still, right now, people like are blaming me, like, why did you let your sister borrow the car? It's her car. I'm like, dude, I'm human. Like, I sympathize with people. Like, I'm not a dickhead. Like, if someone needs a car to get to somewhere, to another place, like, I'm gonna let them use the car. Like, my bad, you're just a dickhead. That's the end of the story for today. My bad if it's was a little corny or like cringy or stupid sounding. It was my first story time, and I usually don't talk this much, even in person. So like, I want to get better with my like speaking and like telling stories. So yeah, I do hope some of y'all enjoyed at least. But yeah, y'all guys have a good day. Yeah, catch you later. Imagine if I was like one of the, am I the asshole? God damn bad. I blanked. I didn't. I fuck. Damn. Okay. Just police suck at their job. That's a roach. Yeah. It's a roach. I gotta go take care of that. Okay, take 2. Is this recording? At the same clip of me playing Sekiro for like the past maybe 20 minutes in. I suck. Blah. You could hear my fan in the background. It took me like maybe like 2 fucking days to look for like a good like gaming thing, like a good video to put in the background. 2 days just for a 10-minute video. I left this at the very end because it's gonna be funny. Yes, there was a part where my voice cracked. Deal with it.